Most advertisers get overwhelmed when seeing all the metrics that Facebook has to offer. But did you know that Facebook isn't even including the most important metrics? Well, in this video I will explain every metric you need and how to set those up that are hidden by Facebook. My name is William and I've generated over 10 million in sales for 7 and 8 figure e-commerce brands with Meta ad systems and performance creative. With that having said, let's get straight into the video. So let's take a look at the metrics. Here we are in a campaign that we are running in an ad account, and here we have the metrics that we have set up for the batches. So first of all, amount spent. This is very straightforward, how much was spent on the ads, right? Then cost per results. Well, how much did it cost to achieve a result? If you're generating leads, it will be cost per lead. If you're running for sales, it will be just, okay, how much did we spend to receive one sale? Then let's skip this for now. Let's go for CPM. CPM is just the cost of advertising on Facebook for your current audience. So it will tell you the cost of advertising. For example, here cost per 1,000 impressions. That means, well, to show your ad to 1,000 people that might be most interested in your ad, it costs like here, for example, £6.51. Here for this ad, for example, it costs only £4.66, and that's because either this ad set is already more optimized or the audience that the angle appeals for, they are not as much advertised to as other audiences, and that's why they are cheaper. So the CPM, the lower the better. Sometimes you can see that you have like CPMs of 80 or 100, and then even with amazing ads it's quite hard to get good performance because the advertising cost is just so high. Next up we have the impressions. This is just how many people got to see your ad actually on their screen. Now going back to the frequency, this is very important because this shows on average how often a certain person saw exactly this or this ad. So you'll see that the average person who was targeted by this ad set or like this concept saw the ads 2.5 times almost. So you might be wondering why that often? Well, only few people see an ad for the first time and actually buy it immediately, but they have it in their mind, they see it, they think about it, but they still need to get reminded like a few times. They need to get persuaded, see multiple ads, and then they actually decide to convert and buy your product. So you might be wondering, why is this metric important? Well, because usually ad concepts that are like retargeting ads that go for people who already know you but just need a new reminder to buy, they tend to have a higher frequency, and then ads that target a cold audience and actually acquire new customers, they tend to have a lower frequency. It's also a very important indicator because if you see that the frequency only keeps rising on your winning ads, it means that even though you increase the budget, Facebook doesn't find any new people to show the ads that are likely to convert. So that means that the ad will probably burn out soon. Now next up we have the hook rate, and this is a custom metric that Facebook actually doesn't show you. What you have to do is to actually define it yourself. So this is defined by 3 seconds video plays divided by the amount of impressions. That means if your ad is a video, how many percent of the people who actually got your ad on the screen watch the first 3 seconds. You want this to be as high as possible while being relevant to your audience, of course, because the more people get hooked in, the more people will watch that and the more people will convert at the end. For example, here we have a video, hook rate 37%, that's quite solid. I see many ad accounts that don't even have this metric, and then they have like ads with 10%, 5% hook rate, and of course if someone doesn't watch your ad, they don't convert, and then they wonder, okay, why is my performance so shit? Well, that's why. So you want to have that, and if you're wondering how to set that up, that's quite simple. You go to customize columns, you go to create custom metric, and then you can actually input like 3 second video play divided by impressions, then in percent, and then you can name the metric, create metric, and then you have it. Now next up we have the video hold rate. Well, this is something similar, but this is not how many people got hooked, but actually how many people that got to see your ad watched it to the end. This is of course naturally like lower than the hook rate, and this is also lower the hook rate is, because if someone doesn't get hooked, of course they can't even watch the video to the end. And this you can also create custom. If you need the formula, here it is. How to create a custom metric, you already know it. I just have shown it to you a few seconds earlier. So then we have the video average playtime. For example, here 6 seconds for this video ad. Now why is this important? Well, if you see for example that, okay, hook rate is here like almost 40%, very good, but then the hold rate is like even below 10%. That's quite low. So then if you want to improve the ad, you can actually go and see, okay, how long was it played? Okay, on average 6 seconds. Some people watched it to the end, so on average most people dropped off earlier. So around 6 or 5 seconds you will have a transition, and that transition you will often see is not unexpected enough or is too boring, and this is why people drop off. So you want to go into the ad and actually improve the ad creative at this point. And if you make such an iteration, it's very likely to perform better. So this is why you want to look at video average playtime. Next up, we just have the unique outbound clicks. So how many clicks, how much traffic was actually generated for your website. You might be wondering, okay, why actually unique outbound and like not just clicks, and what does it mean? So unique outbound means, well, first of all, unique, it doesn't count a person twice. For example, if a person gets targeted twice, they might click multiple times, whatever, we just count them once because it's one person. And outbound means that they actually clicked to get to your website. Because if you just look at clicks and not outbound clicks, you will see clicks like likes, comments, any click on the ad. But this is not what we are interested in. We are interested in people clicking to get on your website. So we track only the unique outbound metrics. Next up, we have the unique outbound click-through rate. Unique outbound for the same reasons as I explained here. And click-through rate, well, how many people that actually got to see your ad, how much percent of that people actually clicked to get to your website. This is a very important metric and shows you like how healthy and how strong an ad in general is. You want to make sure that this is not just as high as possible, but also that the traffic that it attracts is also converting on the landing page. But later, more on that. For now, click-through rate, the higher, the better. Next up, we have the cost per unique outbound click. Well, this depends just on how good the ad is, so how many percent of the people that get to see it click on it, and then also of course the advertising cost. So this and how many percent actually click on it determine your cost per unique outbound click. And here you can actually already set targets. Well, if I get clicks, for example, for let's say $2, how many of those clicks actually convert? Let's say 10% convert. So I need 10 clicks that cost me $20 to get one conversion. And this is how you can reverse engineer your cost per click goal. Next up, we have landing page views. This is also very important, but many people underestimate it. It doesn't have to do anything with the creative, but it has to do with the full funnel. So look, you get, for example, here, this brand gets 786 clicks on this ad, but only 569 landing page views. So what happens in between? In between is only the loading time. So if you see a big drop off like here from click to landing page views, that means that too many people actually clicked away or didn't even wait for your website to load. If you see this happening, and this is what we're currently improving with the client, then you want to make sure that the website is loading fast enough. After that, we have the next action that the people take that get to the landing page. They add to cart. Again, here you can see what's the ratio between this and this, and if the discrepancy here is big like it is here, like less than 10%, then you want to see, okay, maybe I need a stronger landing page or a product page to make sure that you get actually more add to carts for the landing page views that you get. After that to cart, we have checkouts initiated. This ratio looks very good here. And then actually how many people click on purchase and purchase. From that, we have also the conversion rate of the ad. Now you might be wondering, okay, I can actually see the conversion rate on my Shopify, but this here is different because you can see here the conversion rate is 2.64%, but here 7% and here 4.59%. Now what does that mean? That means that, well, the traffic that gets attracted through this ad is way more targeted and way more likely to convert than from this ad. And this ad is in between. So you can actually go into your creatives and analyze them and see what messaging attracts your highest quality traffic. Now, of course, here we don't have that much data because we just have 7 purchases for this, but in general, it works like that. On scale, you can see, okay, what angle actually attracts the people who are most likely to convert. And then at the end, we have just the AOV, the average order value from the traffic that are coming from this ad, and the ROAS, of course, which is the return on ad spend. So if it's like 4, like here, that means you spent $100, you get $400 back from purchases. Before you wonder where's my conversion metric and like AOV, those are again custom metrics, very important, especially here to see the quality of the traffic. Again, not provided by Facebook for whatever reason, but you can make a custom metric for that. So that's just purchases divided by landing page views, and AOV, this is just purchase conversion value divided by purchases. Again, if you need a reminder, you can go to customize columns, create custom metric, and then here type in the formula, the name, make it percent or like dollars if it's AOV, then create metric, and then you will find it here. Once you have all those metrics set up, what you want to do is to analyze and conclude from those metrics and understand based on that where bottlenecks appear, why they appear, and then how to solve them and what ads to make. If you want to help me with that, click the first link in the description and book a free audit call with me. Also, now as you know how to read the data, make sure to check out how to make winning ad creatives that scale in this video. Keep scaling, see you there.